Hey, this is Natalie Griffin, and I'm here with Teresa Miroslaw. Did I say it right?
Yes.
All right. Do you want to say it?
Sure. My name is Teresa Miroslaw.
Oh, it's so much prettier coming out of her mouth. Anyway, we're here at Naughty Shaman headquarters today, and I just wanted to share Teresa's story with you of her journey through Dharma School. So let's start at the beginning.
Sure.
Tell me a little bit about what was life like before you started Dharma School?
Sure. So before Dharma School, I had just graduated college and I had started traveling, and I was very disillusioned with society. I saw a lot of things going on that to me were very depressing. So I took the choice to live on the outskirts almost of society because I couldn't imagine living peacefully within it. And I had a backpack. I lived out of my backpack, spent a lot of time in soup kitchens, in city parks, not really sure where I was going. And that's how I came in to Dharma School.
Oh my gosh. So you stayed in the parks. You slept there sometimes, right?
Yeah, I did.
Oh
I had a great upbringing and background, but I was just so distraught with the state of the world that I was just ultimately super critical of society as a whole.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think if you look around today, there are probably a lot of people feeling that way right now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a little nutty out there. So you traveled to Peru, you did all this amazing stuff. When you came back, talk to us a little bit about why you joined Dharma School and what was happening for you then.
Sure. So I had spent a lot of time traveling through various off-the-grid communities and all these amazing places in the Amazon, in the Andes, in the Caribbean, on islands, and I had never found a place that I felt community and true community with. So I had heard about Dharma School, and it caught my interest, and I wasn't really expecting much out of it because I had considered myself a worldly person and very well traveled. So I didn't know what I was expecting to find, but I felt interested for some reason.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So in the journey of Dharma School, what was that pivotal moment for you that kind of tipped it?
Sure. So I love the ancestral work that we did in Dharma School, and for me, I came from a Catholic Polish background with a lot of shame and a lot of guilt. Sometimes I didn't even know where the guilt came from. It almost seemed like there was this blanket of guilt everywhere I went.
Yeah.
So when we were able to investigate ancestral and karmic patterns, I was able to release a lot of my culture's commitment to suffering. And I never realized how much that was ingrained in my family and in my ancestors and that whole part of the world to be very proud of life being difficult. And once I was able to understand that and work through it in my own body, I was able to be grateful for having experienced it and then to let it go so that I don't need to make life harder for me. And the possibilities have expanded tremendously since then.
Oh my God. You have to tell a little bit about what's your life like now without all this ancestral suffering hanging around.
Sure. I felt like that cleared out so much space for me that now my life is full of amazing possibilities, and I feel like a rock star. I feel like my life is a movie. People comment all the time, and they're like, how do you do it? And I don't know, but I had a birthday pass recently, so I decided to make a list of everything that's happened in my life since Dharma School.
Oh, you have to share it.
It blew my mind. Yeah, I'll just share a few. I got invited on a trip to the Galapagos. I snorkeled with giant sea turtles. I got a job on Yale campus teaching engineering from just being basically homeless a few months before that. I got dreadlocks. I taught workshops. I'm working as a leader in the outdoor education field. I fell in love with dancing and started dancing. I did a backflip. I built a robot. I got my first apartment.
Amazing.
And now I'm headed to Guatemala to go study more of yoga and shamanism and dance. So,
wow.
I guess what's changed, to summarize all of that, is anytime I have an idea and I feel like that's my soul's truth, I'm able to make it happen. And I am the co-creator of that reality along with spirit. So the possibilities are endless. They're just endless, and it's very beautiful.
Oh, man, well, you shine. You shine.
Thank you.
I'm so happy for you. From homeless to Yale to the Galapagos. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's very cool.
So, okay, is there any advice or anything that you would want to say to someone who's thinking about maybe doing Dharma School?
Sure, I do actually have advice. I spent a lot of time looking for my community in yoga communities and off-the-grid communities and various almost niche centers for like-minded people who are looking to learn more about themselves and build something beautiful here on the planet. And even though I had traveled through various continents and to all these places, I hadn't found tribe. So for anybody who is looking for people who are like-minded, who are into finding joy while also recognizing the other real aspects of life, I recommend Dharma School. It is the realest you can get. So
the realest you can get.
The realest
I like
you can
that.
Get. Yes.
Thank you so much, really, for being such a bright light in the world. I'm so happy for you. You deserve everything and more.
Thank you.
All right, this is Teresa and Natalie signing off from Naughty Shaman, where we like to keep the sacred a little bit wild and the realist.
The realist.